Days of Our Lives spoilers for the next 2 weeks, July 14th to July 25th, reveal that Rafe Hernandez will provide some hostage help while Gwen von Leuschner moves in with E.J. DiMera. Thomas DiMera will also have an invitation for Kat Green, so let's talk about what's ahead on Duel. Although Holly Jonas and Ariana Ari Horton have been preparing for a lake getaway, they'll never make it there thanks to Doug Williams III's loan shark goons. The week of July 14th to 18 will definitely bring some terrifying moments since Ari and Holly will be held at gunpoint over the money Doug owes. When Gabby Hernandez learns Ari didn't show up when and where she was supposed to, she'll panic over her daughter going missing. Xander Kyriakis will become a confidant and surprising source of support. Of course, Days spoilers say Tate Black will have concerns of his own and will get into a physical fight with Doug when he pushes him for answers. However, Doug and Tate will ultimately realize they need to work together if they want to save Ari and Holly. Since Tate and Doug could use some backup, they'll seek Rafe's help getting Holly and Ari out of this hostage situation. As for Sophia Choi, she'll spin quite a tale for Amy Choi as she tries to pull off a fake birth and adoption. In reality, Sophia already had the baby, so Leo Stark and Javi Hernandez will continue to care for him at the Hernandez house without knowing his true identity. After Gwen reconnects with Kristen DiMera, she'll make a pitch to EJ. Days spoilers say Gwen will want to move back in the DiMera mansion, but EJ may question why and wonder what's in it for him. Gwen may suggest they can make this a mutually beneficial arrangement, so EJ will indeed rely on her help with a scheme or two in the coming episodes. In the meantime, Belle Black will suggest something that might jog EJ's memory regarding the night he was shot. Could Belle push EJ to get hypnotized and try to unearth the memories he's shoved down? Other Days spoilers say, Thomas will deliver an invitation to Kat, so she'll join in a fun activity. It'll be a nice opportunity for Kat, Thomas, and Chad DiMera to bond. Chad and Kat will eventually have an uncomfortable encounter, so Gwen might pop up and push their buttons over Kat's Abigail DiMera impersonation. Back with Xander, he'll have a hard time calming Victoria Kyriakis down now that he's stolen her from the Kyriakis mansion. Sarah will fight to get Victoria back, but some dirty moves could be brewing on both sides of this custody feud. During the week of July 24 to 25, Ari and Holly's rescue mission will get underway. Rafe, Doug, and Tate will all play roles in getting Holly and Ari out of their kidnapping jam alive. As for Sophia, she may need a pep talk from Melinda since she'll grow nervous about their whole plan. Melinda will no doubt urge Sophia to trust her and just stay the course on this. Since Tate will be distracted by all the Holly and Ari drama, that could make it easier for Sophia to claim she handled things while he was gone. It won't be long until Sophia lies to Tate about giving birth to a baby girl instead of a boy, and she'll claim that she already handed the newborn off to adoptive parents. As for Gabby, she'll become Tony DiMera's recruit. Gabby will be tasked with getting closer to Xander and Philip Kyriakis as part of Tony's plot to regain control of DiMera Enterprises. Days of Our Lives spoilers say the next 2 weeks will be packed with action, so stay tuned for updates on all the wild news and shocking showdowns to come. Days of Our Lives spoilers are in for the week of July 14th, 2025. Fans can expect Gabby Hernandez and Xander Cook Kyriakis to bond. Ari Horton and Holly Jonas are kidnapped. Plus, Sophia Choi gets cold feet. Keep reading, and let's talk about what is coming up in the Peacock soap opera. Let's begin with an interesting dynamic. Fans know that Gabby's daughter ends up getting kidnapped. When Gabby realizes that Ari never arrived at the lake, she will be frantic. It will be Xander of all people who provides comfort to the distraught mother. So, it will be interesting to see if that goes anywhere. Over with Ari and Holly, they get kidnapped by Doug Williams III's loan shark thugs. Doug was warned that if he didn't pay up, then Ari and Holly would be in danger. Holly already gave Doug a bunch of money to pay the thugs off. However, it was only enough to keep the thugs happy for a short time. Ari and Holly are supposed to go on a trip to the lake with Tate Black. When they don't show up, Tate demands answers from Doug. Days of Our Lives spoilers for next week reveal that Sophia will write a letter to the baby she gave up. By midweek, Sophia has to churn out a cover story to Amy Choi. By Friday, Sophia will get cold feet. Does this have to do with telling Tate that she already had the baby? With him looking for Holly and Ari, I could see Sophia telling Melinda Trask that it's not the right time. However, it will never be the right time to admit what she did to Tate. Fans will also see Xander struggle to soothe his infant daughter. Gwen Rizchek reconnects with Kristen DiMera. Gwen will also ask EJ DiMera that she wants to move into the mansion. Thomas DiMera invites Kat Green to play with him and Chad DiMera. Later, Kat finds out about EJ's past from Rafe Hernandez. Fans can also expect there to be a search for Ari and Holly, who are in grave danger. Meanwhile, Rafe gives Doug and Tate a little assist. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most during the week of July 14, 2025? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on Peacock to find out what happens next. Days of Our Lives spoilers are in for the week of July 14, 2025. Fans can expect Ari Horton and Holly Jonas to go missing. Sophia Choi writes her baby a letter. Plus, Gwen Rizchek reconnects with Kristen DiMera. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the Peacock soap opera. Let's begin with an interesting story arc. Fans already know that Ari is going on a lake trip with Tate Black and Holly. However, the two girls never show up. When Gabby Hernandez learns this news, she will totally freak out. An unexpected person comforts Gabby through this kidnapping nightmare. It's none other than Xander Cook Kyriakis. Over with Ari and Holly, the girls will be in grave danger. Doug Williams III owes all the wrong people money. Holly gave him a huge chunk once before, but it wasn't enough. It only delayed the consequences. When Holly and Ari disappear, Tate confronts Doug. It sounds like they will work together to find the girls. By Friday, they get a little help from Rafe Hernandez. Days of Our Lives spoilers for next week reveal that Sophia decides to write a letter to the little boy she gave up. Sophia was distraught and emotional after putting the baby in the safe haven box at the fire station. Now Sophia will write a letter to explain to the child. Later, she will have to come up with a story for Amy Choi. Later, Sophia gets cold feet. Fans will also see Xander have issues trying to comfort the baby. If Xander consoled Gabby, could she come to his rescue? Gwen and Kristen catch up. Plus, Gwen will tell EJ DiMera that she's moving back into the mansion. EJ might not like it, but his focus is on saving Johnny DiMera from prison. So, it seems Gwen might get her way this time. However, could Gwen end up finding out EJ's secrets and earning redemption? Thomas DiMera and Chad DiMera enjoy a playdate together. When the little boy sees Kat Green, he invites her to play with them. Later, Rafe fills Kat in on EJ's sordid past. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most during the week of July 14, 2025? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on Peacock to find out what happens next. The fight is on to save Johnny from attempted murder charges, while families feud over the rights to their home and their precious baby daughter, according to the Days of Our Lives spoilers. Plus, two young women become collateral damage in a financial debt that's gotten way out of hand. Here's your day's video preview for the week of July 14th and 18, 2025. Lovers Belle and EJ continue to go head-to-head as district attorney and defense counsel on the attempted murder case against Johnny. EJ's convinced he knows how to clear Johnny. The key to exonerating my son is simply recalling what happened, EJ tells Belle. Belle, who wants to get to the truth, makes a proclamation of her own. I have an idea that might help, she retorts. Will EJ be willing to consider it? Gwen shows up at the DiMera mansion ready to stake her claim to the family home. Kristen is a bit surprised to see her. I assumed that Dimitri would have divorced you after you got out of prison, she announces. Kristen quickly finds out that she's mistaken. No, I'm still a von Leuschner, responds Gwen. Things heat up between an estranged couple who both want to spend time with their baby daughter, Victoria. I'm not going to let you control us like this, declares Sarah, who's not willing to kowtow to Xander. That's going to end up being the worst mistake you ever made, sneers Xander. Is that a threat? Asks Sarah, who can't believe the way the man she still loves is behaving. Poor Ari and Holly end up victims in Doug's drama with his loan shark when they're kidnapped by one of his thugs. The masked gunman forces the two young women into a warehouse and holds them hostage until Doug can pay back what he owes. What if he doesn't have the money? Holly asks her abductor. Then things are going to get complicated, the thug responds coldly. Days of Our Lives spoilers photos for the July 14, 2025 episode tease a huge day in the world of Salem's teens. Monday is going to spark a whole lot of drama for Salem's teen scene. After Holly says goodbye to Maggie and Ari says goodbye to Gabby, Javi, and baby Tesoro, the girls will meet up with their boys, Tate and Doug III. After Holly and Tate share a kiss, Ari will give Doug III a kiss goodbye before the girls run into trouble. Serious trouble. When they're faced with the threat of a gun, Doug III may receive a ransom call after his meeting with Leo. Leo will later meet up with Javi and Tesoro in the square, where they'll run into Sophia. Unbeknownst to everyone that Tesoro is her son. Meanwhile, after Maggie consoles a worried Sarah, she'll pay Xander another visit and demand her daughter back. Your day's fan theory could be our next headline. Email amber@soaphub.com. The twists and turns keep coming this summer on Days of Our Lives. Here are 3 major moments to watch out for this week in Salem. The biggest twist of the week will be when Ari and Holly don't arrive to camp. Instead, they'll be taken by the goon that Doug III owes money to. When the girls find themselves in danger at the start of the week, things will only escalate as they fear for their lives midweek. Half of Salem will be on the search for the missing teen girls, and by the end of it, Doug III will definitely have some explaining to do. The week will start off with Sophia writing a letter to her newborn baby boy. As teased in He Day's summer preview, she'll wish her son well in the letter that his current foster parents, Leo and Javi, receive. Time is ticking on Sophia's right to claim her son, and if she doesn't, Javi may propose a life-changing idea to his boyfriend. Now that Gwen is back to wreaking havoc in Salem, she's going to demand to EJ that she move into the Dimera mansion. He may be too caught up in owning the hospital to care, but Tony and Kristen may have something to say about their potential new housemate. Here are your Days of Our Lives spoilers for Monday, July 14th, 2025. Thinking that Sophia is still pregnant, Tate is more than happy to go to the lake with Holly and just plans to hightail it back to Salem in case Sophia tells him she is in labor. Tate and Holly meet in Horton Town Square to make plans for the big trip while reveling in their renewed romance. Ari also preps for a little time at the lake, despite Gabby worrying about what her wayward daughter might get into. Gabby appears to give Ari a lecture before she takes off, but doesn't realize that Ari's past actions already have her in danger. While Doug III once again tries to bargain with the shady characters he owes money to, one of their goons is ready to pounce on the 2 young women Doug is close to. Before they can even make it to the lake, one of the masked goons takes a gun to Holly and Ari and kidnaps them right off the street. Will Doug and Tate realize what has happened before it's too late, and then have to work together to rescue Holly and Ari? Sarah is furious that Xander wants to rule her life and tell her when and where she can go on vacation, at least if she wants to take Victoria with her. If Sarah wants to leave the country without their child, that is fine with him. However, he is not about to let her take off with their daughter for fear that she won't return. When Xander warns Sarah that she is playing with fire, does she threaten to take Victoria anyway? Sarah seems to be unnerved by her latest confrontation with Xander and needs Maggie's comfort when she gets home.